What is going on, everybody? ZyoniK here, and in today's video we are going to take a look at something very unique and probably really never seen in the Master League Premier Cup, and that's going to be Galarian Stunfisk. And I will say this right now, everyone, please take this video with a grain of salt. I will always recommend that you guys first invest and build teams around meta Pokemon like Gyarados, like Metagross, etc. But when it comes to really spicy picks here, like the Galarian Stunfisk, it's not something you should jump on a bandwagon right away, especially if you need other Pokemon, right? If you still need a Dragonite, I would highly suggest you guys invest in a Dragonite. But that doesn't mean we can't enjoy what this battler decided to invest in and share with us. So thank you to Pokemon Master KY17. Thank you for sharing this with us. And you guys may be wondering, why the heck is Galarian Stunfisk in the Master League? Look at its combat power. 2,162. That's 100% IV. That's so low, but you guys got to remember what the Master League Premier Cup revolves around, right? What do we see the most of? We see Metagross, we see Togekiss, we see Dragonite, we see Magnezone, we also see Gyarados, Garchomp, Machamp, etc. Galarian Stunfisk here can beat Magnezone, can beat Metagross, can beat Togekiss, can hit really hard against Dragonite, and as long as you shield the Hurricane, you're looking pretty solid. But you do lose to Pokemon like Machamp, Pokemon like Gyarados, etc. But it's that ground steel typing that really helps it out and really throws people off seeing it in the Master League. So we are going to take a look at these battles. Let me know what you guys think about the team and the battles. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into the video. Alright, getting into this first battle here. Thank you for turning off Do Not Disturb, Pokemaster. Really appreciate that. But let's see how these go. Like I said, take this video with a grain of salt. Obviously, Galarian Stunfisk is not highly rated. And you have to line things up, something like a Magnezone on the lead, which is fantastic because you're going to be resisting both the electric and the steel type moves, and I'm not sure this Magnezone knows that. So like I said, take this video with a grain of salt, everyone, but let's just enjoy what this Galarian Stunfisk could potentially do to meta Pokemon. So we do see a Dragonite now come in. Now the Mirror Shot did lower the attack there on the Galarian Stunfisk, but these Rock Slides are still going to be doing super effective damage, and a lot at that, about 25%. So I imagine if the debuff wasn't there, it'd probably do more like 30-35%, but let's see. Another Rock Slide comes through. Oh man, just lowering the health here. Charge Move now coming through, likely going to be a Dragon Claw. That was way too quick to be a Hurricane right here. It is just going to be a Dragon Claw. If you are the Dragonite on the other side, definitely be going for that Hurricane if you can, because it's going to be doing the most damage right here. Another Charge Move coming through. We'll have to see if it's the Hurricane. Oh, they are going to shield right here, and it's just going to be the Dragon Claw. So good shield right there. Galarian Stunfisk now building up to another back-to-back. And you may be wondering, why didn't they switch out when they saw the Dragonite come in? That's because they have Garchomp in the back, right? The team comp over there on the side. Garchomp can handle Magnezone extremely well. You don't have to shield anything. They're going to be able to get off another Rock Slide. They get both shields, which is fantastic. Can they get to another Rock Slide right here? Charge Move coming through. Are they going to risk it and shield? They are going to risk it and shield. So we are seeing what this Galarian Stunfisk can do right here, and it can take out the Dragonite right there. Granted, that was ahead on energy, which is why I said you have to take this battle with a grain of salt. Able to take out Dragonite, and the Magnezone now comes back in, which is perfectly fine because they do have the Garchomp right here, which is going to be doing a ton of damage. You can resist not resist the moves. You're not going to be taking a lot of damage from the Mirror Shot right here, and you can just completely farm down with fast moves alone. We see a swap out into Metagross, but the Garchomp can just go straight for the Earthquake. This is going to be one-shotting Metagross as there are no shields left because they were used on that Dragonite. Metagross is going to go down, and then the Garchomp right here is just going to be able to finish off the game nicely, and the opponent does surrender. So good battle right there. And let's go ahead and move into the next one. So like I said, take this video with a grain of salt, everyone, but it's just great to see that something with such a low combat power can do so well because of, one, its typing, and two, its moveset. On top of that, it has some bulky stats as well. So let's see how this next battle goes right here. We have Galarian Stunfisk on the lead versus a Metagross. So another strong lead win right here. And they're looking to stay in. The opponent might swap out. We'll have to see. They do decide to swap out. And a Gyarados is going to come in. A Dragon Breath Gyarados as well. So Galarian Stunfisk loses extremely hard to Waterfall because of that water damage, right? Going to be doing super effective, but it can do so much damage right back with these Rock Slides right here, and they still have Garchomp in the back and Gyarados for that Metagross, so Galarian Stunfisk is looking to be the strongest matchup here against the Gyarados. Will they shield right here? They are going to shield. Is it going to be, it's just going to be a Crunch, which tells us this opponent probably has Hydro Pump and Crunch, which means this is not a Legacy or Community Day Gyarados right here, which is very good here for Galarian Stunfisk because they're going to have to land a Hydro Pump or a Crunch. They're able to get a shield right there, which is fantastic. They can probably shield right here again as well. No, they're not going to shield. Will this be enough to KO? The Crunch, no, not enough to KO. So bulky right there. Able to get to another Rock Slide. This is either going to KO or get the final shield here from the Gyarados. We'll have to see. Rock Slide now coming through. Takes out the Gyarados. And we are going to see a Garchomp now come in. So their Dragon Breath. I think it's a Waterfall. Yeah, it's a Waterfall. Gyarados is going to be coming in now. So Gyarados going to be coming in. Does a lot of damage with Waterfall. That heavy neutral damage right there because of the Dragon Ground typing still adds up. Outrage will not one-hit KO, and they are not going to shield it. And then will we see a swap now? No, no swap yet. They're loading up on energy. We do see a swap into Metagross, so they're going to go ahead and swap now into their own Garchomp and save that energy on the back end. Charge move now coming through. Meteor Mash will do a lot of damage, about 50% of Garchomp's health. Yeah, does a lot of damage, and they're going to look to go for the Earthquake right here. Earthquake, if it lands, will be one-shotting because that's Steel typing on the Metagross right here, but will we see a shield from the Metagross? Yes, we do see a shield, so a successful shield right there. Are they going to commit to the farm down? Can they get to it in time? No, they're going to pull the trigger on the energy. Will we see a shield here on the Garchomp? No shield. They're going to go ahead and let it go down. Their Gyarados is going to be able to come in and go straight for the Crunch right here. This is going to be doing super effective damage, and it's going to come down to the wire between Gyarados and Garchomp right now. Who's going to be able to get to the charge move? Outrage, very close. Okay, they're going to have to shield right here. If this is Sand Tomb, this could be critical in this matchup. If it's an Outrage, it is an Outrage, so able to successfully shield right there. Can they get to the Outrage in time? I think Crunch would KO from right here, but Outrage now coming through. This is going to be taking out the Garchomp, so very well played right there in Game 2. So, yeah. Solid game. Let's go ahead and move into the third battle right here. Now you guys may be wondering, okay, so they won lead, but that was still a close match. That's just because Galarian Stunfisk, right, isn't hyper meta. It can't absolutely dominate, but it still does really, really well, which is great to see here in these battles. Okay. This next battle, we have Stunfisk on the lead versus a Snorlax. Okay, so they got to watch out for Superpower. It's going to be doing super effective damage because of that Steel typing here, but Earthquake is going to do quite a lot. Charge move now coming through. They're not going to shield. Likely going to be a Body Slam right here. It is going to be a Body Slam, which is going to be resisted, but still, Snorlax chunking away at the health here of the Galarian Stunfisk. Rock Slide now coming through. I don't imagine this will do a lot of damage. Snorlax is very, very bulky. Yeah, it doesn't do a lot of damage at all. They're going to go ahead and go for Earthquake right here. This will probably get this Snorlax under 50% health, but we will have to see how much damage this does in this matchup. They do land the Earthquake, able to get Snorlax down to 50% or about 40% right there. Will they shield right here though? Is this going to be a superpower? They are going to shield. It was just a Body Slam, so good shield bait right there. And we are going to see an Alakazam now coming in. So these battles are definitely very, very spicy and unique. Rock Slide now coming through. Shield on the Alakazam, and they're going to go ahead and bring in their Gyarados right here. Oh, wow. That charge move came out way too quick. This is likely just going to be a Fire Punch, which is going to be resisted. Yeah, it is just a Fire Punch, which is resisted because of that water typing. Gyarados can now commit to the farm down right here. Can Alakazam get to another charge move? They can right here. This could potentially be a Shadow Ball. Will we see a shield? Yes, we do see a shield. Able to successfully shield that Shadow Ball, but they have loaded energy on their Gyarados, and it's going to be a Togekiss now coming in, so things are definitely not looking good right here. Galarian Stunfisk is low, and it definitely needs to be able to land a charge move, and they have a Garchomp in the back, so this Gyarados really needs to start putting in some work right here and chunk away as much health as possible in this matchup if they hope to win, because Togekiss with Charm can basically delete the whole backline. Togekiss is getting very, very low, but it does have loaded energy. Can Galarian Stunfisk survive long enough to get to a Rock Slide right here? It was relatively low. Let's see what happens. They are bringing in the Stunfisk, but Charm is chunking away. Can they get to the Rock Slide? Yes, they can get to the Rock Slide. If they let this go, Garchomp could potentially sweep the end game. No, they're going to shield. Great call there by the Togekiss, and Togekiss is now going to absolutely destroy this Garchomp right here. Charge move now coming through. Could be an Aerial Ace, likely going to be an Ancient Power. No, a Dazzling Gleam. Wow, that's a lot of damage. Togekiss just does a Fairy Flex there on the Garchomp. So good game 3 right there. Let's go ahead and move into the next one. So we're seeing some good battles here, right? It's definitely not, rank 10 battles, but I thought it was great to see something so unique brought to the Master League Premier Cup that probably no one else is running. And having some success with it, right? So we have Galarian Stunfisk versus Magnezone. Again, a very common lead in the Master League Premier Cup, and we do see a Scizor now come in. So they still have the Garchomp in the back, ready and waiting for that Magnezone so they can keep the Galarian Stunfisk here in this matchup. Night Slash does a lot of neutral damage, and they get a boost. That is huge right here. Earthquake now coming through. Going to be doing some heavy neutral damage because of that Bug Steel typing on the Scizor, and they land it. That is incredible. Able to chunk away a lot of health, and now they can just go for Rock Slides. Rock Slide does super effective against that bug typing, but is resisted because of the steel, so we'll be seeing some heavy neutral damage and potential shield baiting opportunities right here. Can Galarian Stunfisk flip this matchup? So Rock Slide now coming through. Will we see a shield here on the Scizor? We do see a shield right there, but can they get to another Rock Slide in time? No. Okay, is the Galarian Stunfisk going to shield right here? Night Slash would KO. They are going to shield, and they're going to look to get to another Rock Slide to take out this Scizor right here. So Rock Slide now coming through, likely going to be able to do enough damage to take out Scizor and still keep a positive matchup on the lead. Yes, they do. So Galarian Stunfisk able to handle that matchup right there. Here comes the Gyarados to farm down. Can they get to the Rock Slide? No, they cannot. Not able to get to the Rock Slide in time. Definitely looking tough right here. Gyarados in the mirror match is definitely better with Dragon Breath instead of Waterfall, so this is going to be a tough matchup, but they still have Magnezone in the back, which if they can line up successfully with that Garchomp, will be able to do really, really well endgame. Crunch now coming through, does some nice neutral damage versus this Gyarados. They're going to have to get to a Crunch or an Outrage. They need to get some health right here. Can they get to the Outrage? No, they cannot. Charge move now coming through. They're going to have to shield. They cannot bring in this Garchomp to the Gyarados. They are going to shield the Crunch. They're going for the No, a swap into Magnezone. This is exactly what he needs to flip this game around. Charge move now coming through, just going to be the Mirror Shot, but the Garchomp can commit to a complete farm down with fast moves because it's going to be doing double super effective damage because of that electric steel typing. Okay, here we go. Going to be able to farm down. Charge move now coming through. Likely going to be another Mirror Shot. Going to be doing neutral damage in the matchup. No, it's a Wild Charge. That does absolutely no damage, but that does help out the Garchomp to be able to farm down more effectively. It would still win this matchup whether these were Mirror Shots or Wild Charge. But Garchomp is going to be able to get to 100 energy right here and go for back-to-back Outrage against the Gyarados right there, which is going to be really, really strong. So Outrage now coming through, going to be doing some heavy neutral damage and likely getting the shield here from the Gyarados. No shield coming through. That takes it out. They're going to be able to go for another Outrage right here, and I think their opponent knows that this battle is over, right? Outrage is going to KO, and they still have loaded energy. Yeah, they're going to go ahead and let the Gyarados go down. So really good battle right there. Yeah. That was cool to see. All right, let's move into the next one. I believe there's one more. Okay, yeah, there is one more battle. I believe this is game 5 right here. And let's see how this one goes. Somewhat impressed by Galarian Stunfisk, right? I mean, it's not dominating, like extremely dominating. It does really well against those Magnezones, right? But it's great to see what it can do against a lot of common Pokemon we do see. So, again, another Magnezone lead right here. This is really solid for them. And if you guys are seeing nothing but steals on the lead, maybe Metagross or Magnezone, maybe a Galarian Stunfisk can help you out. I would suggest bringing other Pokemon, maybe like a Swampert or a Garchomp, which are going to be really good ground-type Pokemon. But Galarian Stunfisk is something very unique that you guys can run. So this Magnezone is looking to stay in, going for straight Mirror Shots, chipping away the health, and not looking to give up switch advantage. Charge move now coming through, going to be the Rock Slide. It'll be resisted because of that steel typing right here, but will we see a shield on Magnezone? No shield coming through, and they're going to go ahead and go for another one right away. They could have committed to the complete farm down right there and loaded up on some more energy, and the Magnezone is now going to go down. We are going to see a Metagross now come in, so running double steel right here. here, which is pretty common. Can they get to the Earthquake in time? Yes, they can. This should be getting the shield from the Metagross. If not, it could potentially one-shot right here. Earthquake does land. Wow. Okay, definitely not a one-shot right there, but does a lot of damage. Charge move now coming through into a Gyarados, which is going to be resisted right here, which is going to be fantastic. That Meteor Mash still does quite a bit of damage, but they're going to be able to farm down with Gyarados, and whatever's in the back has to face off against 3 Pokemon. No, they are going to surrender right there. Okay, so some really unique and interesting battles right there. Being able to see Galarian Stunfisk somewhat shine in the Master League due to the fact that so many people are running Steel-type Pokemon. I think that's what's really important here is Metagross, Magnezone are so common again on every single team that you guys are going to see, and for good reason. They play fantastic in the meta, but that is why those Ground-type Pokemon do so well, right? Garchomp, Galarian Stunfisk. So it's great to see these battles. Like I said, take this video with a grain of salt if you guys are missing out on Pokemon like Garchomp or Gyarados or Togekiss or Machamp, etc. Some more meta Pokemon. Definitely look to invest in those first before you build some of these unique Pokemon. But if you have a Stardust surplus and you're looking for something spicy to run that could be a lot of fun while also handling some of the meta, Galarian Stunfisk could be the Pokemon for you. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Thank you, Pokemaster, for sharing this with us. And like always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.